The customizations discussed in this set of videos are the ones most likely to be used by the average production user. They provide a high level of usefulness for production work, yet they're easy to create and maintain. I strongly recommend that you experiment with the techniques discussed in the videos to improve your drawing and editing efficiency. The first item to discuss is active element templates. Now, an element template is a named and saved set of element attributes that can be applied to new or existing elements. It's a very quick method of switching between attribute requirements for elements that must have specific attributes. For example, most companies have a specified set of attribute standards for all production drawings. This ensures consistency across all drawings and projects, and the company will store the standards in company-wide servers accessible to all employees. To facilitate this process, MicroStation's element templates can be stored in the active design file and/or in design libraries, which can be fully accessed via an intranet or internet service. We'll be talking about design libraries a little later. In addition to the basic level, color, line style, and weight, element attributes can include class, fill, area attribute, whether it's a solid or a whole, transparency, priority, and material attribute if you're working in a 3D file. Needless to say, MicroStation provides facilities for copying, moving, deleting, etc., templates and groups of templates. Now, the following is a simple example of how to create new template groups and templates and then store them in a design library. Now, before we start creating templates and template groups, let me show you where the templates normally are on the screen. If we go to this information here, you'll see active element templates, and we have none at the moment. If we click on the down arrow, you'll see that we have none. So we're going to remedy that, and we're going to add some templates to the system. To start, go to Element and Element Templates. This opens the Element Templates settings box. Now, your box will only display the name of the currently active file, in my case, mod15. Now, the next step is to add a template group to this file, and I will right-click the name of the file and select New Template Group. I need to name the new template. I'm going to call this one Walls. Now, that's a template group, and right now there are no templates in that group, so I need to repeat the process and right-click on the Walls group, and now add a new template. So this is the template that will carry the attribute information. I'm going to call this one Exterior Walls, and I'm going to add a second one. So right-click on the Walls group, click New Template. This one I'm going to call Interior Walls. Now, the next thing is to specify specific attributes. Let's start with the exterior walls. On the right-hand side, we can now set different attributes. And I'm going to set color first. So we click on color, pop down the list, and let's make the walls this horrible turquoisey color. I know it has a name, but I refer to it as the horrible turquoisey color. Let's have a look at the line styles. This is a wall line, so the zero style is fine for continuous walls, but you could change that to something else if you wanted to. And the weight, it's an object line, so I want that at weight 1. Let's look at the interior walls. Change some colors here too, just for contrast. Pop the list down. Let's make that green. And the other attributes should remain the same, except I need a weight 1 for the line weight. Now that takes care of the walls, but I want to add another template group. So I'm going to right-click on the file name, New Template Group. This one's going to be called Dimensions. And I'm going to add another one called Text. Let's pop some templates into my new groups. New template. Just going to call this one General for the moment, and let's do the same with text. New template, General. Let's throw some attributes in. Change the color to red. This is text, so weight 0 is just fine. I'll leave that where it is. And dimensions, change the color on that. Let's make that blue. And again, line style 0, weight 0. We'll leave that there for the moment. We have enough settings to work with in our drawing. So having done that, let me just move this over a little bit. If we now go to our active templates and click on the down arrow, don't click on the main icon, just click on the down arrow, you'll now see all our templates. If I click on the walls, you'll see the exterior walls, interior walls. If I expand both of these, we'll see the template group and the templates that we've created. So all I have to do is say click on exterior walls, and that sets the attributes for that particular template. Let's try another one. Click on interior walls, watch the attributes. The attributes have changed. Click on general, attributes change. Click on general text, attributes change. So now with these attributes set, you can now draw elements, place text, place dimensions with those active attributes in place. You don't have to change the attributes yourself manually for each type of element that you're about to place. So obviously a very quick way of specifying specific attributes for specific elements in the design. Now virtually any attribute or style can be included in a template. Try this. In the text group, we have the general template. If you right-click the general template and move your cursor to the add option, you'll see that you can add all sorts of things. We want to add text in this case. So just move your cursor to the text item and then across to text style. Now I happen to have some text styles already in this drawing, and I'll show you what they are. Text styles. I have two styles. One is Engineering 1.1 and one is Arc 6. So engineering and architecture. So those two styles exist in this design. Having selected this, then I can click on the down arrow and select either the Arc 6 or the Engineering 1. Let's select the Engineering 1. So now my general template is associated with that particular text style. Let's add another template, new template, and let's call this Arc 6, which is the name of my other style. Right-click that, add text and text style. This time we drop it down and pick the Arc 6 style. Then when we go to our active element templates, expand text, Arc 6 is selected. If we place text, any old text will do. We're placing text with that style. I'm going to go to the general now, place some more text. And now you see that you're placing the text with two different attributes. So again, very, very quick and efficient to switch text styles in this case. Exactly the same thing would go for dimension styles. If you had saved dimension styles in this design, you could then apply them to individual templates for the specific styles. Now really, we should be renaming this general style to reflect the Engineering 1.1. So let's just click on it. It will highlight, and let's rename it Eng 1.1. Enter. The attributes of the elements will now be locked to that template. Test this for yourself by locking and placing some elements, then changing an attribute in the template. Watch for the existing elements to change to match the new attribute values. This is a useful facility. If your company's attribute standards change, it's an easy matter to change the attributes of existing elements in any design, simply by changing the templates. This is particularly so if the templates reside in a design library. Simply reloading the templates from the library can update all affected elements. And we'll be talking about design libraries in the next video. Now please practice. As always, this is a very useful facility.